Hello everyone and welcome into my craft space. I am here to bring you day 2 of the My Daily Spread collaboration hosted by RachandBellaCrafts. You can find all of the information in the description box below using the hashtag MyDailySpread26 or going to RachandBellaCrafts website or her junk journal group on Facebook. And there are so many fun prompts and creators involved in this collaboration. I am super excited to take part in day 2, my morning routine, or a flip up section, or you can do both. So you can work this collaboration as a fun way to create spreads in a journal, or you can just create pieces in a journal, or just use it as inspiration for whatever way you would like to craft with it. Yesterday, I posted a short video showing how I made this fun journal using only cardstock, canvas panels, collage medium, and some collage paper. And this is how it turned out. Super excited. I might put a hitch post closure on here so that it has like a little elastic closure, but it's definitely not necessary. You could tie a ribbon or some twine and use it however you see fit. I love that I have this fabric spine and it covers those little folds of my no-sew little journal. So today is day 2 and my prompt is flip up section or my morning routine. And I want to do a flip up section, and the first page that's in here I did not glue as a pocket, meaning I glued it straight to the next page, so there's no pocket here or at the top, and all the other pages do either have a pocket here on the side or at the top, and I kind of alternated them as I went through. Now this cardstock is pretty old cardstock. It was in my stash from my scrapbooking store, and it is vintage. Anything more than 20 years is vintage. So you can see it has some discolorations. It has some cracks when I folded it. It had all the things, but I don't care because it's just a base. It's still nice and sturdy for the base construction of my book, and I'm probably going to cover it anyways. Since this page is glued to the next, and I don't really like this edge here, you could tear it, you could cover it with some fabric, you could ink it, you could paint it, you could do whatever. I'm simply going to use one of the background pages from the Botanicals kit that's new from RachandBellaCrafts this month, and I'm going to wrap it around because I really love a wrapped edge, and that will give me a nice foundation for the base of this section of my book. I've glued this first page down here all flat, and I lined it up with the edge of the pages. Now I'm just going to glue this next section here. You might want to hold off on gluing this and just kind of leave it as a flap until you decide what's going to happen on this page, but I kind of already know, so I'm just going to go ahead and glue it down and paper layers. So if we change our mind later, that's okay. No problem. Keeping it simple for this wonderful collaboration as we get ready to welcome summer here in the United States. It does say that it's for daily prompts and to create, inspire, support, and grow together. And over here, Rachel did put to keep it simple, stay consistent, and enjoy the process. So that's what we're doing. And we're not worrying about perfection. We're just having fun. And I love this Botanicals kit. But hey, if that's not for you, she does also have a shabby kit and another kit that just has some wonderful background foundation pieces, as she called it, and it is absolutely lovely. There are freebies and all kinds of fun things for the collaboration, again in the description box below, so definitely check that out. So there is the base of my first page, and this page here, I think I'm going to do something with that a little bit later, so I'm not so worried about necessarily working in order, or however, you know, if I'm more inspired to work on a page that has a pocket or something like that, I definitely can. Corey Dahman showed how to make a wonderful hidden journaling spot bookmark, so you know, if one page works better for that than the other, absolutely fun and no worries. Now I'm going to be using I'm going to be using 3 of the envelopes from RachandBellaCrafts Botanicals kit, and one is just a duplicate. This was printed on accident and it worked in my favor. So that is also the beauty of a digital kit, is that you can print the pages as many times as you need, and even if accidents happen, you can still continue and use them throughout the process. So I have these folded and inked and cut out and all the things, and you can see I've got some book page in there. I did also use one of my misprints to layer in there, so it's got 2 pages of printer paper and a book page to just add some sturdiness. And I did go around and ink the edges. I used ground espresso distress oxide ink. And you have a couple of choices when you put these together. This one I already put together, and I left this little flap out here. And that is an okay way to put it together. No rules. You can do it however you see fit. This one, I really like these flaps, and I like the flowers that are right here. So I think I might fold this piece, the bottom piece here in, put these ones here, and then you can see there is a little gap, but not to worry. There's so many of these fun little botanical cutouts. I thought it might be great to just kind of put one right here in the center, and this will still be a great little use for an envelope. I was thinking about the prompt for day 2, and it does say flip up section. And I was trying to think of what ways that I could make it a section of flip ups. So for me, a section means maybe more than one, or maybe a little grouping of them, or something like that. So that's how I came up with this plan. I do have 3 of the envelopes. There are 2 in the kits that are different, and I had one printed multiple times on accident. But that's the beauty of a digital kit. Again, you can print them as many times as you'd like. Now, I also have this little tear strip from a page of tear strips, and I thought it would be cute to just add a little piece here at the top because my page was just a little bit shorter when I tore it out. So we'll just add in a little bit here, and I might even add some more down the side. We'll see what it looks like as I get closer to filling up the page. So let's go ahead and glue that in, and then we'll start gluing in the envelopes. And I decided I would glue them in like a waterfall and put some little tabs and eyelets on them. And if you don't have a tab die cut or punch, you could also use any of the little pieces of ephemera like the labels or even the little mini tags, and just make your own little makeshift tab. Okay, so I'm going to put these in place first, and then we will put the tabs on, and I want to put some eyelets as well. I think this spot here is a good spot for tabs. And then look at your pieces of the envelope that's like the flap. Choose one that you might like the best. They are a little bit different. So the way I'm going to do this, only one is going to show. So I'm going to go ahead and put some glue on this tab, and you can see I didn't put anything of color or book page or anything here on this tab here because I knew it wasn't going to show. So I'm going to go ahead and just fold this here and kind of center it-ish. You can measure if you'd like, no worries. Hopefully you can see that. Sorry if I was off camera there. Okay, I'm just going to glue this down. Of course, you could put this piece underneath this picture here, or you could put something over it if you don't like it there. Or you can just embrace it and let it be part of the fun. I think it's beautiful, adds an extra layer, and I like it. Okay, so now we have this fun little flip up, but we're gonna make the rest of the section. So this one, I did put some sparkle on the butterfly. Things with wings must sparkle in my world. Okay, so this is going to go underneath here, and you can put this here, like right underneath this little tear strip there. And oh, I did fold them. This one's a little bigger, this one's a little smaller. And then this one, I think I'm going to let this one go this way. So you could even make a fun little policy closure here, or we could put a ribbon underneath one of these and add a fun little closure with some ribbon. I have some lace here, and I think I will use that as a little closure because it has little florals on there. So use what you have. You could use baker's twine or just twine of any kind, and that would all work great. So I think when I do this one here, I will put the lace underneath of there, and it might show a little bit on the edge. Don't really care too much about that. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this one first, I think, just to make sure I get it in the right position. And it's okay if they overlap here just a little bit. That doesn't bother me. You could use double-sided tape here or liquid glue. Whatever you choose to glue with is fine. You do want something just a little bit sturdy though, because it is going to be an interactive moving piece. Okay, and this can go either way. Like this one can overlap this one, whichever fits best to your page and the way that you folded the envelopes. I think it's also kind of nice that these envelopes do match. So now we're gonna have one that flips up, one that flips down, like so, and then we'll put in this other one and we'll put in a little closure as well. Now to glue the lace, you can use whatever fabric glue you like to use, or hot glue, or I think I'm just going to use this glue here that I'm using, which is the Tonic Nuvo adhesive. And then I want to make sure I give myself enough room to just tie a fun little piece here. Probably more than enough, but that's okay. And using lace or ribbon does add a little bit of bulk, but I am okay with that. I've got plenty of room so far. Okay, so I want to glue that right there. And this is fairly thin lace, so I shouldn't need any other kind of glue, but some tacky glue would work great, or if you like Fabri-Tac or Beacon's 3-in-1, or even hot glue, any of those things would work. Then we'll put this in place. Make sure it's still straight-ish and in the right spot there. And then once this is dry, this will come together like so and just tie kind of right in the center like this. But I do also want to add these tabs on here, and I might just wind up adding 2. I'm not sure yet. We'll have to see. Maybe the other one we could put down here, but we'll see if it fits. And I always forget that you can turn a project. So if you're working on the side, it is okay to turn it to the way that's most comfortable for you to work on it. I use a glue that's not incredibly fast drying, so I can put glue on there and kind of smash it together before I actually glue it down, and I love that. And it does give me a few minutes with this glue to kind of make sure I have everything positioned just the way that I want it. Okay, I want to give myself enough room to put in an eyelet and not, you know, inhibit the pocket from being used. And I would be okay if this hung out or the edge a little bit. That would be okay too. You just have to decide what your preference is. All right, a little bit of glue. Squish it together. Now, if you have art glitter glue, don't do this because it will stick and you'll be upset. Okay, I'll put this one here. And again, I'm not measuring, but you could find exactly the position that you like. Measure to get it in the center or whatever it is, the way that you like to best do it. I kind of like to line up my little curved pieces with the edge there. And make it fit accordingly. Now this one's going wonky for some reason. I don't know if I folded it weird. All right, there we go. And then to decide if I want one in the center, because this is going to go here. And if I put the tab right there, it will be a problem. So I think I'm going to put it down here. And squish the glue. Make sure it looks good on all sides. It's straight-ish. Okay, and then I'm going to put in the holes for the eyelets and set the eyelets. If you were watching closely, you will see I did not get my hole in the right place on this tab. So rather than freak out or freak my freak or be all upset, take it off and all those things, I'm just going to layer another tab over it, and I thought it would slow the video down and just show you guys how I do that. I'm visually impaired, so sometimes trying to line things up can be a challenge, especially when I'm trying to use filming equipment and so forth and have to be a little bit further away. But this will work just as well, and nobody will know except for me, you, and everybody else that's watching, and it works just great. So just line things up again the way that you can see fit, and if there's a little extra ring around there, it's not going to make any difference. All right, and then try to be a little more careful this time as I'm placing this hole in here. There we go. This is a 3/16 hole punch and 3/16 paper crafting eyelets. Now it does make a difference if you are using fabric grommets or eyelets. And whoops, I did the wrong size hole. Of course, it is one of those days. Not to worry, we can do another one. So if you're making some of these same mistakes like I am, don't worry. Everything is fixable. Put the eyelet in. Set like a champ. Well, I've got all those eyelets set. Here we have it. The eyelets I love in there just for some little extra interest. Also some sturdiness if I want to hang a dangle or a little charm or something like that. You could hang some little beads or even just leave them as they are. I think they add a little extra to look at and so forth. So here we have our flip up day 2 section. Now, if you are doing the actual spread and the day's prompt is my morning routine, maybe you want to break this up. You could even do your daily routine. So you could do morning, afternoon, and evening, or morning, noon, and night. Or maybe you have early morning, later morning, or whatever. Maybe you have morning at home, morning at work, morning at school, or morning with kids, or however you want to break it up. This gives you a great way to have some little sections. So here we have it. Our little flip goes like this, and this, and this. Now to cover this piece again, you can put another one of these lovely little tear strips and just glue it in here. You could also use more of this background paper, more book page, or any of the lovely little ephemera pieces that are in this kit. Like maybe you wanted to open up and see this beautiful flower here, which I think is really great. I love all of these flowers. I did go ahead and take some Nuvo drops to all of them so they have a little texture and a little extra fun. I love it. And I think I will glue one in here. I'm really drawn to this one for some reason, but I do like this pink one as well. So there we have it. There is my fun little day 2 flip up section that you could easily put in your morning routine if you wanted to do this as a fun little spread. And then when we tie this, this will help to keep it all nice and closed. This lace is nice and thin, so it will lay a little more flat. But I'm okay if it doesn't. I've got plenty of room in here to grow. And you can see it does add a little bulk, but not too bad. So make sure you're following along with the collaboration. See whoever is yet to come this month. And some of us are doing multiple days, but the link to all of the information and all of the creators is in the description box below. I would love it if you'd hit that like and subscribe button, especially if you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. And again, hit that like, subscribe, thumbs up, maybe even hype the video, share it with all of your crafty friends, and get some fun, simple, stay consistent, and enjoy the process kind of inspiration to start off your summer. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.